This is the west anchor for Tahini Buoy, 100 meter high line. You can see these 4-point bolts, these 4-point anchors got kind of messed up in their tension. Some of them really loaded, and that one there completely unloaded. And that's, we suspect, partly due to the hang frame changing its position a little bit. After the master point got tied up, the hang frame was repositioned or something, and that completely unloaded that one there. And so it seems that hang frames will do best if the bolts are loaded. If the bolts are placed, the bolting pattern is all completely on the same plane relative to the hang frame. But these bolts are incredibly bomber. They're way overkill anyway, so it's no problem that one of them is not loaded perfectly. It's very, very solid system. We have the master point has double shackles in it, going up to opposing direction whoopee slings, and I'd like to have them same direction next year. They go up to the hang point, which has the web lock is tied back, has an anti-slip tie back, daisy chain style. The backup shackle has the folded over or doubled up figure 8, and that's just hanging loose there. And then both of the tails of that are tied back here. It looks like quite a bit of excessive tail for this, because on the other side we were a little bit short on tail. This is a 200 meter piece of, maybe a little bit more than 200 meter piece of, is it 240? 240 meter piece of Balance Community Blue prototype. And yeah, we really should have had a lot less tail on this side and a lot more on the other side, but that's okay. The hang slings appear to be pretty well balanced. Yeah, looks like we had to add some slings, some extra slings into the system to extend the hang point, because otherwise it was a little bit too high. This line is a little bit off level, and to level it out we dropped the hang point. The top of the hang point seems to be a little bit lopsided, but again, that's one of the features of this hang frame. It's totally fine to do that. The whoopies here were a little bit too short, so the whoopies are completely pulled back. There's basically no space left on the whoopies to pull the hang frame back, so we need to figure out a slightly shorter anchor system next year. Maybe we don't use that 4th bolt. Maybe we only use 2 bolts and then have a secondary system to back up master point. Maybe we can move the master point a little bit shorter, because we can't make the hang slings any shorter, and the feet are pretty well placed out as far as they reasonably should be. Looks good otherwise.